Truth, Lies, More Truth, and Insanity. Part 2 of the Squeaker War by Barry Wilmot. The usual bunch of protesters were gathered outside the White House and various places throughout Washington, though their signs and chants had changed from Punch Out Nazis and Mutters Against Batman to Space Rats Go Home, Earth for the Earthlings, and the General's personal favorite, Hell No, Xenos Go. Considering that Jupi contact team had left the star system several days ago and were not around to see this particular spectacle, had just added to the absurd humor of the situation. The Jupi's naive insistence on publicly declaring their arrival and intentions had not gone over too well with the general public. Washington, in particular, had gone into what amounted to one enormous brain spasm, which Lewis had to admit made him like the strange little aliens even more. He would just take an evening stroll trying to get the taste of Pentagon coffee out of his mouth when his smartphone rang. Lewis grabbed the phone he normally used for his day-to-day business, only to realize that it was his other, more private phone that was ringing. General muttered to himself, but with a small chance that the president or one of the Joint Chiefs was calling. He really did need to take this call. Lewis here, who's calling? General Lewis, this is Jake Osborne with Cyber Patriot News. Is there any chance you'd be willing to do an interview about our new, surprisingly fuzzy alien overlords? No, Jake, and fuck you for asking, General answered instinctively while he wondered how the infamous conspiracy nut radio host had gotten this number. What do you say about the rumors that Jupiter are just here to steal our water? Osborne asked, clearly not getting the hint. Water is one of the most common chemicals in the universe, Jake, Lewis sputtered, stunned by the sheer stupidity of the question. If your listeners are worried about aliens coming to Earth and stealing our water, I suggest that you double-check the ingredient list on those brain power pills you keep selling. So they're not after our natural resources, Osborne stated. Earth has no unique resources, Lewis replied. Except us and our children, Osborne shot back hysterically. The aliens want our children! You're jumping to conclusions, Jake, Lewis growled. So, human resources are strategic geographic location like a canal or a strait, Lewis answered. But that's pure speculation. Jupi are offering us very good terms to join their proposed alliance. Alliance against who? Osborne asked. It was a logical question. Crazy or not, Jake Osborne hadn't gotten where he was without being a very smart man. They haven't told us, Lewis conceded. So they want something on or near Earth, Osborne said, following logic. Again, for all his faults, Osborne was a very smart man. They seemed very interested in the gas giants and the orbital resonance. Lewis puzzled over the question himself. Ah, yes, Saturn, the source of the reptilian transmissions, Osborne said, as if the idea had just snapped into his mind, solving a great mystery. There are no goddamn reptilians, Lewis bellowed loud enough to cause a jogger to stop, stare, and decide to start jogging in the other direction. This was why he hated Osborne and his ilk. One moment you were having an intelligent conversation, and next people were started ranting about bankers and dentists committing child sacrifice, collecting dark energy to power the crystal pyramids. What if there were reptilians? Osborne said, as if this was a great revelation. We'd better damn well take a Jupi's offer, Jake, Lewis snarled, because if Earth really is controlled by shape-shifting aliens who eat children's souls, we're going to need all the help we can get to kick them the fuck off our planet. Thanks for your time, General, and as one patriot to another, God bless you, the radio host said with at least a speck of sincerity, and he ended the call. Lewis stood motionless for a moment and stared aimlessly at his phone. Then he realized that he had just let that snake oil salesman Osborne trick him into giving the phone interview, and one with several very juicy mimetic soundbites perfect for tonight's feature broadcast. Patrick Lewis had long treated profanity as an art form. For the next several minutes, he gave the pigeons and bureaucrats of Washington, D.C. a virtuoso performance that only a true master of the art could unleash.